Again, like I said, I don't think that this is a decision that's going to make Jon Jones popular with the fans, sponsors, cable distributors, television network executives, or other fighters. I'm very confused by his whole fucking business plan. I don't give a shit what Greg Jackson thinks. This guy's a fucking weirdo, man. Are you kidding me? Turning down a fight, saying if he turns down a fight with Chael Sonnen, it'd be the biggest mistake. I mean, if he takes a fight with Chael Sonnen, it'd be the biggest mistake of his entire career because he's not ready for that guy. Greg Jackson should never be interviewed by anybody ever again except for a psychiatrist.
Nike's got a long history of signing dorks, and it looks to me like they just got one more.
You know, I don't even know where to begin. As some of you may know, I purchased tickets to go to Las Vegas because I was going to be attending UFC 151. So ultimately, a large chunk of my holiday, money that I won't get back, is being compromised by the pound for pound best MMA fighter in the world, arguably, because he feels it's within his best interest not to fight an out-of-shape middleweight has had no training camp whatsoever, making his pro debut at light heavyweight in the UFC. He feels the odds are probably stacked against him. This Jon Jones, this is our champion. Let me just start from the beginning. Last night, I heard some rumors that Dan Henderson was injured and therefore wouldn't be able to compete at UFC 151. And being a paranoid bastard that I am, I tended to believe it because where there's smoke, there's fire. And a lot of these rumors, they tend to be pretty fucking accurate. Now, so anyway, earlier today, when I was driving around, I checked my Twitter, and it turns out Dana White had something important to say at a conference call. Now, as soon as I heard the tone of Dana White's voice at this conference call, it was pretty obvious to me there was no fucking good news in store for us fans. I mean, I've never heard Dana White this disgusted with the champion since Anderson Silva put on that diabolical performance against Damian Maia back at UFC 112. So anyway, as soon as Dana starts talking, my paranoia ultimately is confirmed. Dan Henderson is out with a knee injury. Lyoto Machida gets the call. Can't do it. Chael Sonnen gets the call. He could do it. Chael said he would fight him that very night. But guess what? Jon didn't want to do it. Jon Jones didn't want to fight Chael Sonnen on the advice of Greg Jackson. Jon, you gotta explain to me what's going on here. You're arguably the best pound for pound fighter on the planet, and you just turned down a fight from out of shape middleweight making his debut in your division. Is coming off a loss. You turned down that fight, and because of your selfish, disgusting actions, the whole of UFC 151 was cancelled. Now, as a fan, I'm obviously going to get a refund from the UFC for my troubles. However, my travel expenses are non-refundable, Jon. And those 12,000 other people, their travel expenses are non-refundable, Jon. And what about all those fighters on the card, Jon? I mean, they've been spending money on training camps, preparing for this event. I mean, you must have known the stipulation behind refusing this match. But you're above it, Jon. You're the champ now. You signed your little deal with Nike. You're just above everybody else now, aren't you, Jon? Huh? Aren't you, Jon? You think you're so fucking good, Jon, don't you? You cocky little cocksucker. Now, Jon, was this an act of cowardice? I mean, you stepped in the ring with Shogun, one of the baddest motherfuckers in the UFC. You stepped in the ring and you took his title from him in an effortless performance. You submitted Rampage Jackson. Rampage very rarely gets submitted. You beat Rashad Evans, another dangerous fighter. But you turned down Chael Sonnen. You know, I've got more confidence in you, Jon, than you have in yourself, because I believe even if Chael Sonnen had had a training camp, you probably would have demolished him within 2 rounds. But you know, Chael Sonnen is a genius. He knows all about psychology, because he knew damn well that you would turn this fight down. And that's what you did, Jon. You turned this fight down. Chael Sonnen, by accepting this fight, has come out looking like a hero, knowing full well that you would turn it down anyway. And you, Jon, you've come out looking like the villain. The guy's a fucking genius. I think it's too late for you to redeem yourself. This is something that people will never forget. Us MMA fans, we tend to hold a grudge about these kind of things. Because of you, a whole UFC event has been cancelled. That's completely unheard of since Dana White has been in charge of the organization. How embarrassing does this feel? The majority of the MMA fan base they think you're a coward, Jon, and I don't blame them. I don't understand your reasoning. I don't think you're a coward. I just think you're selfish. You're a selfish, cocky little prick. And I don't envy you one bit. You have completely and utterly fucked yourself. And I'm gonna enjoy every moment of your downfall from here on in. Jon, you fucked yourself. You did it. You fucked yourself. Now go and get some more fucking fans.
Heart is beating faster now. As I try to slow it down, suddenly I'm all alone with you.